all outside, and I think there's only like 2 baggage claim areas. Very small, very easy.
Super tiny.
Yeah, and then look at that, you're already out. Like we literally just got out from those doors over there, got our bags, and street's there. I had to go get the rental car.
That's it.
Taking the shuttle to get our car rental.
Yep.
We went with Alamo, got on the Alamo bus, but I don't think it matters.
It really doesn't matter. We all go to the same place.
Yeah, that's our observation. So we made it to Big Island. We got off the plane, went straight to our Airbnb. Luckily, our host is really welcoming and she let us in like super early. So we settled in, basically like dropped everything, changed, drove
2 hours.
2 hours because this is the only time we could squeeze this in, but we made it to Akaka Falls. And we're gonna go out now and see it, and then drive a little bit more and see Carlsmith Beach. So this is the only time we can squeeze this in because tomorrow is dedicated to Volcano National Park, and on what day is that? Wednesday we have a fishing charter. The drive here was under 2 hours, and it was basically like driving through the middle of nowhere. There was a lot of farmland. There's a lot of little goats running around in the street, so if you ever do this drive, be very careful because they do not care and they will just bolt in the middle of the street.
Like a pack of 6 that ran across the road in front of us.
It's fenced, but they fit through the holes of the fence. I actually saw them run across the street and squeeze through the little squares of the fence. So I wish I recorded that, but yeah, they do not care. There's no lights, so we gotta hurry up now and get back at a decent time before it's pitch black. So I'll see you at Akaka Falls. So it is one big loop, and there's actually 2 waterfalls here. I did not know that. I was under the impression it's just Akaka Falls. Oh my god. Was that real? No, it wasn't. I was under the impression that there was just 1 waterfall here, but that's cool. It's a pleasant surprise that there's 2. So it's actually one big loop. So we're gonna go in a big circle here. It's very short. Yeah, and light, and it's all paved. So you can pretty much wear like whatever shoes you want, honestly. Nothing crazy. It's so shaded in here.
It's nice.
It's really nice.
It's actually pretty cool. It's not humid.
No, I get cold, so I just threw on a sweater.
Branches.
Look at that.
Over there. What's the size of those things?
Like one big botanical garden. So pretty. Nice walk. Found the first waterfall on the loop. Can't really see it. It's way over there. Akaka is a much more impressive, but might as well see this if you're here, made it all this way. Now this is Akaka Falls. Super scenic, very pretty pictures like up that way. If you go up higher, that's where we took our shots. So this is where you go, and there is an attendant there at the pay meter, which they'll ask you, did you park in the lot, which is this, or there's people that park outside the lot, like on the street here. I guess you can park there and it's free, because she asked me yes or no and I told her yes, and they charged me for parking, which is $10. And I guess you can park out here for free, and maybe
At your own risk.
Yeah, it's at your own risk. Maybe chance getting broken into, or who knows. But yeah, so then it's parking is $10 at that meter, and then it's $5 per person to go down in there. So I guess it was worth it. It was a cool little like walk, and it was really nice and scenic. But yeah, note to self, it is gonna cost you about $10 to park unless you park outside the gate. It's free, or and then it's gonna be $5 per person. And there's cows.
Cuddle therapy.
So you basically just leave your things here and then kind of make your way into the water. This side over here is freezing, ice cold. so stay over here. Especially if it's sunny, it'll be much, much nicer. So we just did some snorkeling at Carlsmith Beach Park. Left all of our things in the car because it's a little sketchy out here, especially if you're in the water the whole time. But coming back to take some pics because it's just so pretty over here where the ladder goes into the water. And it's just like, I've never seen anything like this before out here. Very unique. Great for snorkeling. Highly recommend wearing shoes.
Sea urchins.
Yeah, there are sea urchins, so be very careful when you put your feet down.
Definitely need a mask. I wouldn't just come and just start swimming around
Yeah,
aimlessly.
mask and snorkel, highly recommend, but definitely like just walking around here, Tevas or canes, something, because I went right in with my shoes. I did not go barefoot. So we're heading back into Kona area from Hilo, and we're on the Saddle Road, which is like the one road that directly connects two
Shortcut.
cities. It's kind of like a shortcut.
Holy shit.
It was recommended to us by our Airbnb host. The only problem is it's late and there's no lights. So it's kind of interesting being out here at this hour. Especially because it's kind of like misty. Now there's fog, there's no light, and then there's feral goats and sheep that can jump out at any moment. So you gotta be like glued to the windshield here.
Hey, look at the van.
Yeah, like it's so bad out that my camera's not even trying to like focus.
Can you see the white glare?
Yeah, I can see the white. But yeah, it's pretty sketchy, and it.
Oh, this is very sketchy. Look, you can't even see about like 30 feet in front of you.
Yeah, that's with high beams on.
Oh.
And it just dropped like 50 degrees. Morning from Big Island. This beautiful view is from my Airbnb, all the way up in the mountains. But if you look way out there, you can see the ocean. It's so cool out here, like in the 70s all day long. And just like, you don't even need AC. It's just so serene and windy, but cool. Not too hot. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna do a little room tour quickly because we gotta go. So here's the outside. There's so many amenities here. And then that's the yard. Everything's like screened because there's no AC, but you don't even need it because the wind is so, or the temperature is so cool. We have a full kitchen and a washer dryer, which we're doing a load right now. Over here is just a large like living space, tons of space to like unpack and move around. You're not just confined to a room. They have games and stuff in there, but we have no time for that. And over here, again, just like endless views everywhere you go. Pretty large bathroom and shower. Everything's in here. And then over here is the bedroom, queen bed, full closet. And I close these, but all these doors open up and like have a screen, but you wake up to that view every day. It's so beautiful. And yeah, this was on Airbnb and it was very reasonably priced. Waiting on Josh.
No.
We're going to Volcano National Park. Look at our cute car. No more Jeep. It's good on gas, and Big Island, we have a ton of driving to do, so
And there's like a gas station every
and gas is super
like
expensive.
100 miles, yeah.
So I figured, you know, let's cheap it out this way around. I mean, it still wasn't cheap, but it's our ride.
A gas saver.
Yeah, Nissan Altima. I still can't get over this view. it's dripping on
It's
me.
dripping. Look how thick the lava was that it created like
I know.
this huge opening. Probably like, what, 20 feet wide?
Yeah. So supposedly they turn these lights off, like they're on a timer or something.
We'll turn them off.
So if you do this hike like really early in the morning, it's gonna be completely dark in here. So you need like headlamps or something. Now we're gonna do the Kilauea Iki Trail and to get all the way to the rim floor, starting here. So we're starting the Kilauea Iki Trail. Technically my plan was to park at the trailhead, start the trail, do the loop, and end with the Thurston lava tubes. However, I did not know this, but the parking is very limited.
Extremely. We ran around in circles for about an hour.
When I first looked this up, parking on like Google Earth looked decent.
And there's no turnarounds.
Yeah, so I figured, oh, we'll be fine. So we got like a later start. We actually slept in a little bit today, sleeping in at 7 a.m. So we got up and headed over here. It's a 2-hour drive, and basically there's nowhere to park. So there's parking in front of the trailhead for the Iki Trail, and then there is an overlook that you're gonna hit before the Iki Trail, and that's a slightly bigger parking lot, but it's nuts, and people are like fighting for parking spots. It's insane. Very limited, so if you actually want to come and do the trail, come very early. We got very lucky. We ended up having to park at the overlook and walk 0.6 miles to the Iki Trail and basically kind of do it backwards.
Like 3 turnarounds to find parking.
Yeah, and it's really hard because there's nowhere to do a U-turn, so you kind of have to do like an illegal U-turn in the middle of a 2-way street.
Just go slow in the parking lot area.
Yeah, you never know who's leaving, but moral of the story is get here very early. Made it into the crater.
Easy.
Yeah, super easy. Such a cool landscape. The floor is super hard. It's like concrete. Walking on asphalt. It's super easy. And then the overlook is somewhere like way up in there. Because we saw these people down here and they look like ants. So it's kind of cool. Came from all the way over there.
You still gotta go through here.
Yeah, so far they don't tell you. And then we'll see where this goes now.
The stairs of doom.
Punalu'u. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Very rough. Very rough. There's really nobody swimming, but it's really pretty to go see. I'm gonna go touch the black
Yeah,
sand.
we didn't really pack a big suit.
Well, I purposely didn't because I knew I wasn't gonna swim in this. And we just spotted a little turtle out there. So we left the national park. We did the Kilauea Iki hike, the trail hike. That took us what, like 2.5 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours and 20 minutes. So like 2.5.
Yeah, we did stop and like kind of linger while we were inside
Took a lot
the
of
crater,
pictures.
took pictures, things like that. So we took our sweet time. Parking, like I said, was an absolute nightmare. But when we left, it seemed like it was getting a little better, at least in the overlook parking lot. And we left there around like just after 3. So FYI. But I still recommend getting there extra early just to beat the crowds because that was a nightmare. We were driving around for an hour looking for parking, and that like kind of threw the course off the day a little bit. But yeah, so we did the hike and then we drove about like 36 minutes outside of the national park all the way to Punalu'u Black Sand Beach. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. And we hung out there for a little bit. We finished our lunch. It was meant to kind of just like see it, because who wants to see a black sand beach? You know, that's not something you see every day. But it is kind of like rough there. And honestly, every vlog I've watched of people going to this beach and going to the national park in general, it was like raining and pretty cold out. So I didn't really expect much.
Yeah, we had great weather.
The weather today was phenomenal.
We got there and it was like 76 degrees.
But the sun was like in full force, so you didn't really feel it. Like it felt warm. When the wind would like breeze a little bit, you can kind of feel the coolness in the wind, but it was nice. So we got so lucky, not a drop of rain in the national park. And when we came out to the beach, it was overcast for a few minutes, but like the sun would pop out every couple seconds.
Yeah.
But it wasn't cold. It was a little windy, but it wasn't cold. I mean, there were some people in the water, but very shallow. It's very rough, so you don't want to go too far out. But if we had more time, maybe I would have brought a swimsuit. But I just, in my head, I just kept watching all these vlogs and thinking, oh, it's gonna be
like it's
freezing.
a nice pit stop on the way back.
Yeah, it's a nice pit stop to go see the black sand beach. They have vendors out there selling like fruit, and there's a gift shop for like t-shirts and like tchotchkes and stuff. But if you're interested in that, but it's really cool to stop and see the black sand beach.
You look to your left over here.
And then we left the black sand beach and we're heading back to Kona area, which we're heading basically like the bottom half of the island, and it's an hour and like 40-minute drive, and it's very scenic, as you can see here. Very scenic this way. We haven't been this way yet. We've only been like through the middle of the island. We are on Hawaii Belt Road. Yeah, we left, what, maybe like 10 minutes ago?
Yeah.
So it's about an hour, 40 minutes back into town. We're gonna stop and get food and check out some of the local stuff here in Kona while they're open, because we haven't really like been able to hang out in the city yet because we've been doing things on the Hilo side yesterday and today. So for now, for the rest of the trip, we'll be in the Kona side. So we're at dinner at Quinn's in Kona. I got the fish and chips. It's supposed to be like really famous and really good here. And I got a lava flow. It was delicious and very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Got some fried pickles as an app, and Josh got surf and turf.
Yeah, steak and fish, steak and wahoo.
Which is wahoo.
Yeah, it looks delicious.
Yeah, it looks really good. The drinks are really reasonably priced, and then the food was, you know, like normal.
The cocktails were like $9.
Yeah.
Beers were like
this was
$8,
$10.50. And this is for fish and chips. Is you have choice of mahi or wahoo, but I got wahoo, which is ano. On our way to Maui. Goodbye, Kona.